Well, welcome, Anastina. Thank you so much for giving up your time this afternoon for me. I'm really looking forward to just doing a little bit of an interview with you to find out a little bit more about you. Obviously, I know you. You are on the coaches training, and you're one of those people that has just been one of those rising stars. I've just watched your life unfold, and I've seen how you have transformed. So I think we're in for a lovely little chat today because I really want to find out a few things from you. Although I know some stuff, I'm sure there's a lot more that I don't know. And the first thing I'd love to know from you, Anastina, once you've said hello to everybody, is why did you do the awakening?
Thank you so much, Sharon. And I'm very honored to be interviewed by you today because I think the reason why I did the awakening was I I was battling with my life. You know, I've moved around, I've been to India, I've been to churches, I've been to healers, only for me because the awakening was the last hope for me, because I've been around, I've been battling with depression of my marriage, of career crisis. Like there's a whole lot that I was holding on. And the awakening was the last call. And I am so happy that I joined the awakening because after that, I realized that all along I was searching for myself. It made me to realize that I was searching for myself. I'm so happy I joined it.
Uh, well, I remember when you first came into the awakening and, what you shared with me privately. And it's just so wonderful to see the change in you. And I'm sure people around you have noticed that change. And I'd love for you to tell me a little bit more about how things have really changed for you.
Absolutely, they have because it's so amazing because the first time I joined, I had a depression, I had an anxiety, I was very anxious. And after joining the awakening, the first day of it, I just felt so good about myself. And during the process of it, after realizing so many things that were happening in my life, that what caused it and everything, and understanding the whole process about me, you know, like my cousins, my daughters, my mom, like they saw such a huge difference. I was no longer anxious, number one. And number two, I managed to even set up a program for girls, mentorship program for girls to support them through their careers as well. And as well, I also managed to set up a business, like to register a company. And like there were so many things that were blocking me. I think those were my thoughts blocking me and fear and anxiety. But after the awakening, I I managed to do all of those things and I'm just so happy.
Uh, I just love hearing you talk about how you came from this depressed state and now you are mentoring young girls and set up a business. I mean, it's just remarkable what you've accomplished and achieved in such a short space of time. And you did the awakening earlier this year, in the first 1 or 2 months. I think it was February or March that you did the awakening. And to look at you now, almost completed with the coach's training because that's what you heard was the call for you. So, some of those changes that you've experienced, what is the daily feeling that you have that gets you up in the morning? Because as a depressed person, I know because I've coached so many of those, there's really no sort of inspiration or motivation to do much. What is the shift there? What is the feeling there for you?
Sure, Sharon, this the awakening has just gifted me a lot because I was also going through the psychologist as well. I had a psychiatrist, I had a psychologist as well who were assisting me with medication, and the psychologist as well who was assisting me with some techniques as well, you know. And after the awakening, only to realize that through the psychologist, I was just reliving the moments over and over and over again, which was giving me these anxieties, all this depression. It didn't go away. After the awakening, the feeling that I have every morning is that I am so looking forward to face the world, and I'm not even afraid to to feel what's gonna come, today. I'm so ready and happy within myself because I know that whatever comes, I will be able to handle it, and whatever comes, I know is either it's happening to progress me in another stage of my life, or I just let it pass, because I just understand that every time and everything, life happens for me, you know, and it's such a beautiful feeling to to feel that everything is happening for me for the advancement of my consciousness, and I am so happy every day and grateful at the same time as well that I found this fountain because it's the most beautiful thing that has ever happened to me.
Wow. And Anastina, it's something that I just want to sort of bring up. And I know it was a very difficult period for you. You lost a friend during that time. And I was so amazed at how you just showed up. In spite of all of that stuff, you were just so sort of invested in your journey and your growth. And you never missed a single class on the awakening. You were always there, and that is amazing to me. What happened to you at that stage that you could do that?
Sure. I think at the beginning of the awakening, it prepared me so much because that was a very, that was almost a dark phase for me, losing a friend. But based on the awakening and understanding the three principles, it's very important how I react to the situation, you know. So I realized that with him together with me all the time that we spent together, it was all about love, it was all about gratitude. So I think that moment, immediately after he passed, that thing came to me, all the awakening teachings that I got, they came to me. It's either I'm going to react in this situation in a way that is not going to serve me, or I'm going to react in this situation that is going to serve me because I understand that life is happening for me. And just that understanding, it has transformed me because, that love and gratitude has just lifted me. I just, it's amazing because it carried me to where I am today. I'm able to coach these girls with so much love. I have so much energy. Everything is just opening up for me. So I think I'm so happy.
you know and as much as there was grief and there was pain, there was also the memory of the love and the gratitude, and that's what really struck me. How much love and how much gratitude you had, even through all of the grief and the pain. So just remarkable, Anastina. It's been lovely to watch your life unfold the way that it has, and to see you where you are today. I'd love for you just to talk a little bit, if you wouldn't mind. If someone came to you and said to you, Anastina, why are you so happy? What's going on with your life? You're always smiling, even although stuff doesn't always go right, and you've got this business and you're mentoring these young women, at your home. What would you say to them if they were wondering about should they do this?
I think for me, what I can say to them is that it's just to listen to their truth because the awakening has taught me to listen to my truth because all along I've been moving around to India to psychologists, listening to other people's truth, never giving myself time to listen to my own truth. And the moment I sat down and listened to my truth, it assisted me through everything because that is when I realized that there is a very strong divine intelligence that is always there for me, that is always carrying me. And the moment I allow that divine intelligence to take over everything, everything is so beautiful. So the person who's struggling, who will want to understand what is happening, how can they deal with this, I'll easily, number one, I'll tell them that they need to listen to their truth within themselves. They need to silence their thoughts, And number two, I'll tell them and even recruit them as well to come to MindFit for the awakening because it's the most beautiful program, you know. It is the real awakening because it has awakened me as well. And as well, the third one, I'll tell them that they just need to live in the moment, They need to allow things to happen through them, so that they can elevate, they can expand, they can grow, and life is so beautiful.
Well, you have certainly innovated and expanded to a place that is just beautiful to observe. So, and thank you so much, Anastina. It's just so lovely to hear how the words just flow out of you. And definitely, you are living in the now. I see that, when we are working together or when you're on calls with any of the trainings. And it's really lovely to just see that. And so, I hope someone hears that from you. And of course, you're making such a big impact in your home and in your community. So I really love you for that. And I say thank you for showing up always and for showing up today and to sharing this incredible story that you've just shared with us today. So thank you, Anastina. Have you got anything that you want to say in parting?
Thank you so much, Sharon, as well. But one thing that I want to say is I'm so grateful for this because it has given me the courage to show up for my life. You know, on so many occasions I was scared. On so many occasions I was living in my head, and I love it how the awakening has given me the courage to show up, to just show up, and trust that whatever comes at that moment, I will always be ready for it, and it will just happen how it's meant to happen. So I'm very grateful, I always grateful and humble. And I think, I love you so much, Sharon, because you changed my life, to
Well,
the beautiful of me. So thank you.
thank you, Anastina. And I wish I could take credit for changing your life, but you did that and you listened to your wisdom. And so thank you once again.
Mm.
And I look forward to the rest of your journey unfolding and me watching. So thank you so much and bye bye for now.
Thank you so much.